Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about the person that is retaining fluid, yet they are dehydrated. Is it possible? Well, let's talk about it. All right, before I get into it, I want to explain something. Glucose is stored in the body as something called glycogen, okay? So glycogen is a string of glucose molecules. Glucose is sugar. Now, check this out. 1 gram of glycogen bonds to 2 grams of water. So basically, glycogen is a fluid-filled sponge, okay? There's a lot of water there. So when you're running your body on sugar, fuel, and not on fat fuel, because you haven't discovered the ketogenic diet or intermittent fasting yet, you're holding a lot of fluid. You're having edema or swelling. You press in the ankles and you see this dent that forms, okay? That's because you're running on sugar. Also, having too much sugar has a tendency to retain sodium and it rids potassium. So when you have high blood sugars and high insulin, you're dumping a lot of potassium, you're retaining sodium. Now, the body will start diluting this toxic sugar. This is a defense mechanism against sugar with water. It'll take water and it flushes it out through the urine. This is why diabetics pee so often. This is why diabetics are so thirsty, because the body's trying to take this water and flush out the sugar, okay? So, I mean, you take a diabetic who has very high levels of sugar and their urine is filled with sugar, okay? That's why. Now, one of the most common symptoms of being a diabetic is dry eyes, okay? The lens of the eye is so dehydrated, it gets really sticky. It feels like there's sand in there. It gets irritated, it becomes red, okay? I had dry eyes really, really bad when I was in my 20s, okay? I remember we were moving across the country, and I packed up everything in this huge truck and pulled my car in the back. My wife was going to sell the house, and I was going to move across country. So I get in the car and I start driving, right? So I'm in the middle of nowhere, and I close my eye and I open my eye, and it just rips my cornea because I had dry eyes at the time. So here I am in the middle of nowhere. I can't see, I can't drive. So I pull off, I find a little hotel, and I basically somehow parked this big truck. Went in there, so I get to sleep, and my eyes are closed, and I'm like, okay, good, it's all healed. I open my eye, and it rips my cornea again, okay? So now, it's Saturday, I'm stranded in the middle of nowhere, so I start walking down the street, looking for an eye doctor in the middle of nowhere. There just happens to be an eye doctor right next to the hotel. So I go up there. They're open, thank goodness, but they're busy until Monday, okay? So I just basically barge right back through the reception office and I say, excuse me, doctor, you gotta help me. I need something for my eye, you gotta help me. So he put me in the room, gave me some medication for the eye, and I got back on the road. But the point was that was dry eyes. I had a blood sugar problem so bad. Just previous to that, I was traveling around the country trying to fix my own health, going to the gurus. I went to Dr. Bernard Jensen's seminar in San Diego, and he's like the author of colon hydrotherapy. Like, he is the guru, okay? I think he invented it. So I go to a seminar, I stand in line at the end for hours and hours to talk to him, and I said, hey doc, what is this? What's going on with my eyes, you know? Because they're all bloodshot and I feel like there's sand in them. And so he looks at it and he goes, I don't know. So he didn't really help me. But here's the point. Years later, after fixing my blood sugars, all my eye problems completely cleared out. So it was really the blood sugar issue, which I had a problem with since I was a kid, that was causing that. So what'll happen, your cells in this situation will become dehydrated, yet you're going to retain fluid outside the cells. So you can envision your cells looking like raisins, okay, with all the fluid outside the cell. So that's the scenario. So this is just another reason why you need to do keto and intermittent fasting, all right? I will put a link down below of how to do that. I'll see you in the next video. Hey, if you're interested in finding out the underlying cause of your body issues, click the link below and take the evaluation quiz.